The second statement that we wanted to look at in this prophetic light is وَتَوَدُّدُ إِلَى النَّاسِ نِصْفُ الْعَقْلِ. Being beloved to people is half of intelligence. There's a terrible phenomenon going around now that people are behaving toward each other like they don't care about burning bridges. They don't care. Some people appear to regard it as a badge of honor that they could insult another Muslim or that they could disparage another Muslim. And they maybe in their own self-aggrandized misguidance see themselves as defending the religion by disparaging your sister, by disparaging your brother. No, وَتَوَدُّدُ إِلَى النَّاسِ نِصْفُ الْعَقْلِ. Being beloved to people is half of your intelligence, so that even people with whom I disagree, right? And we should cultivate communal spaces in which we can disagree with each other strongly, right? Without sugarcoating, without speaking in a round. No, I disagree with this, right? But I want to disagree with you in a way that still leaves the relationship intact. Why? Because we have a communal mission. And I cannot realize the fulfillment of my mission without you. So even if I disagree with you, I don't want to anger you. I don't want to make an enemy out of you, because I'm going to need you to do what we collectively want to do as Muslims in America. There used to be an old song in which they said, be careful how you treat people when you're on the way up, because those end up being the same people you see when you're on the way down, right? وَتَوَدُّدُ إِلَى النَّاسِ نِصْفُ الْعَقْلِ. And these, and going up and down in popularity, in wealth, in opportunity. Man, God, تِلْكَ الْأَيَّامُ نُدَاوِلُهَا بَيْنَ النَّاسِ. God gives these tests to people in turn. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. Every spoke on the wheel gets its turn at the top. So don't mistreat people. Don't mishandle people, right? Doesn't mean that you have to go along to get along, which has become somehow a way to disregard the prophetic imperative of treating people well. I don't go along to get along. So what do you do? If you don't go along to get why don't you describe for us what you do? You anger people, you alienate people, you insult people in the name of what? La ilaha illallah. Innama al-mu'minun al-ikhwa. The believers are brothers, and by extension, sisters. Even if I disagree with my blood brother, I don't have a blood brother. But Shamar Hemphill, who's a very close friend of mine, the closest thing I probably ever have to a blood brother, even when he's dead wrong and I have to correct him, I do so forcefully, but also gently, because I don't want to rupture the relationship between me and my brother, right? That's what it means to have a brother, right? I'll say this about وَتَوَدُّدُ إِلَى النَّاسِ نِصْفُ الْعَقْلِ. Being beloved to people is half of your intelligence. I live in Chicago, and whenever I drive around and I see, people that are, unhoused, it's never perplexing to me how a person's financial circumstance could change so that they ended up displaced. That's never shocking to me, right? Even the American writer Ernest Hemingway, he went bankrupt toward the end of his life, and they said, Ernest Hemingway, how did you lose everything? He said, how? Gradually, then suddenly. That's just, you talk about money, man. It's called that. It goes. The thing that really perplexes me, what happened to that web of social relationships that I would assume everyone is enmeshed in, that would protect you from this kind of circumstance? I'm not saying like what did they do wrong, but I'm saying it's disheartening for me to think that you don't have that, right? Because I'm hoping that there are at least 3 or 4 people in Chicago that if they were told Ubaydullah Evans is asleep under the viaduct, they would come looking for me. They would be willing to support me but only because of the ways in which I've invested in those relationships. وَتَوَدُّدُ إِلَى النَّاسِ نِصْفُ الْعَقْلِ. Being beloved to people is half of your intelligence.